All right. Welcome everybody to day 2 of the Rival Star League Season 3. We're in group stages right now. We got Group B. I'm Bacon Infinity, going to be your caster tonight. Actually, I'm half of Bacon Infinity. I'm just the Bacon. Infinity couldn't join us today, but she might be coming in later. So that would be great if she could. And yeah, today in Group B, we've got Darling, Believe, TeebuL, and EJK. So we got some really great matches coming up we're coming up really soon. And our first match is going to be between EJK and Darling. I gotta say, I'm just really excited about this RSL in general. We got some really good names in the entire tournament, but today we just got these 4. It's gonna be pretty great. So we got 2 Protoss, a Terran, and a Zerg. All kinds of race diversity. All that good stuff. Yeah, we'll be going into our first map pretty soon. It's going to be on Coda between EJK and Darling. Terran versus Zerg, a pretty excellent matchup to begin with. So can't help but be super excited for this one. Looks like most of our players are ready. Yep, both of them are ready now, so we should be going into the game pretty soon. It's going to be great. So map 1, EJK versus Darling.
Alright, let's go ahead and have you discuss some things about the rival StarCraft 2 League while there's downtime in the beginning of this match.
Okay. Okay, so as we move into the first match, just got some information about the RSL. So we got a pretty cool tournament coming up here. We've got obviously the group stages, which we're in right now. It's going to be a GSL style groups, all that good stuff. And these players are fighting for a $700 prize pool. All these matches are supported by personal sponsorship of the people who run the RSL. So make sure to show them some support for the great StarCraft they're given us.
All right, now we're transitioning the game, so focusing on the on EJK.
Okay. All right. Well, up here in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have our red Terran player. They're on Endurance Esports, and their name is EJK. And in the bottom right, for Team Ascension, we have our purple Zerg player. Their name is Darling. So immediate thing to note is we in fact do not have a 6 pool. So things aren't going to be too crazy right away. But we'll see how the builds vary once we get going. Immediately you have a drone going to the third base? No, just headed out on the map. Potentially going for just checking for proxies. In my heart I had the dream of a proxy hatch, but that's just a crazy way to do it. So that's not going to be coming up here. And Darling, after doing the scout for the proxy hatch, is just going in, taking the hatch at the natural. While EJK is just going for a very greedy CC first. It is on the high ground, so it'll be a lot easier to defend. but still taking the economic route, that's for sure. Going into gas as well, so probably gonna be opening up with a Reaper Scout just to get some information, or even just a fast reactor. Okay, so at the home of Darling, we do have gas coming up, and this will be lining up to get speed pretty much right as soon as this pool finishes. We'll see if Darling does pull drones off of gas, and that is what's happening. So exactly at 100, and speed is started. So Darling pulling those drones off to get that extra mineral income, really kickstart the economy of the Zerg player. And there, in fact, is not a Reaper or a reactor coming out of EJK, so this gas will likely be spent on a quick factory. And there the factory goes down. So with this, EJK can probably just create a quick reactor. There it is, reactor going down, and with that reactor we'll be able to just pump out either a few Hellions to take map control and start pushing back the creep, or the other option is going for quick Widow Mines and maybe doing a drop with them. But following this up with a fast third CC as well. So this is built at the natural, but will be ready to float that short distance to the third base. Well, Darling is making quite a few Lings and a Baneling nest, so this could be a big bust coming up. You don't really want to make this many Lings early unless you want to be aggressive with them. So Darling is going to try to bring the pain to EJK as quick as possible and do a big Baneling morph and then bust the wall down. There really isn't that much to defend against this either. 2 Hellions will be out in time, and the Lings are spotted. So EJK does know that this is coming up, but the Baneling morph is on its way. They're going to try to target down that bunker and probably take out the supply depot at the same time, and these Hellions are going to have to be ready to do a lot of work. Going to start picking off at these Lings, but oh, they get surrounded. The Hellions get surrounded, and now there's just no defense against this. The bunker goes down really quickly. The Lings don't even really focus on the Marines. They just start running towards the main. They don't get in the door, but now there's just very little defense against this at all. The Lings can start picking at the natural. They can start picking at the door, and they're even morphing in more Banelings to bust it down. More Hellions do come out, but is it enough to really hold this off? More Banelings do need to be morphed just to get rid of that wall ASAP, but even just this lost mining time for EJK is pretty huge. You gotta be here ready to repair that wall as soon as possible. So here come the Banelings. They're gonna go for this wall. They're gonna connect with the reactor as well. The reactor goes down, that slows down the Hellion production, and there are just so many Lings coming in here. The Lings get in on top of this, but the Hellions are in a good position, being able to do a lot of damage. SCVs are here to buffer, but the Hellions get surrounded. Oh no, the slippery Hellions get out again, but I think this is just too much damage. So many SCVs going down. More Banelings being morphed inside the main. And these Banelings are about to pop out. They could even go target down a bunch of SCVs if they wanted. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Banelings looping around trying to connect with these SCVs. A lot of them are already weakened quite a bit. They're going to get a huge connection here. Pretty decent splitting on the SCVs, but a bunch of them do go down there, and that's GG. So a very quick victory just by doing that really nice Baneling bust. Well executed, and it really helps that those Hellions were caught out of position. And they're able to do a bit of damage to the Lingbane before it actually got into the